shine. A day is made by his grand design. So fill up your cup as you listen in. Wake up in the morning with Shelly on WAPN. On WAPN. On WAPN.
Good Monday morning. How are you this morning? I am great and ready to take on this work week. I love me some Mondays. I slept great last night, got up early this morning, and ready to take on today and whatever God has planned for me this week. I was super excited. I don't know why, driving into work this morning. I was like a little kid in a candy store. Couldn't wait to get here. And I was kicking it in high gear, doing all kinds of stuff. Found my desk, and fixing all kinds of stuff, putting a new phone thing on my phone. I am hard on a phone. I'm not going to lie and tell you I'm not. And thank goodness for whoever invented. I just shout out to whoever invented. I love things that are invented. For the little glass, like not glass, but plastic cover that goes over the front of your phone, and then the little thing that goes over your camera, because mine shattered. I pull it off to put a new one on, and I keep spare, and I'm out of spare, but I had to order. But it's a new phone underneath, and so thankful for those little technology things, little inventive things that people do. Like, I think, what would I do without stickies? I mean, I use 1 trillion stickies a week or so, and I think, man, if I could have invented that, could you imagine? Do you ever have like ideas of something that you think would just take off, and you don't do it, and then several years down the road it happens and you're like, man, I missed my moment? Well, there's a lot of things I probably missed my moment in life, but I don't think I missed my moment when I became part of WAPN. I did at the time. I'm not going to tell you I didn't at the time. I was not really wanting to be at the radio station at all, and lived across the street and walked back and forth, but God. And here it is 41 years later, and I look around, I go, look at all the things he's done. Look at how far we've come, and I love AI now, that we can make flyers and learn how to cut spots and all those things. I mean, a lot of people are against AI, and that's okay. I use it for just stuff I need around the station to help my brain think. I mean, I know that sounds funny, but it just helps me. And so, I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for all the technology when it works and it doesn't work. The last couple of weeks, we have had some technology challenges around here. We have had some technology challenges. Even last night, yesterday morning, I could not get the alarm to set, and I had to be somewhere. And thank God for Jeff. I just want to shout out to Jeff, our IT guy. He is so sweet checking on me. I appreciate him so much. And I'm so thankful God brought him in my life. God has a setup and a plan in all things. Even when you don't see the setup and plan, he's went way ahead of you and figured out things that you need and that you don't even know that you need. And, he has surrounded me with great people that know how to do wonderful things. And I love it that I love to learn. And so as I meet these people and these people come in my life and they help me with WAPN, they're also teaching me something. And so I'm very thankful for that. And I was just thinking about that as I was driving in this morning, how God's setup and plan is the best setup and plan. Even though we don't see it, we're in the midst of it, and when we're dealing with it and living life through it, we don't always see it, and we don't always give God all the credit. But let me just tell you, but God, he has brought me this far, and I'm so thankful. How was y'all's weekend? I hope that it was great. We did not get to go on the boat, but we had a very good reason why we did not go on the boat. Miss Ellie, little Ellie, had her gymnastics meet yesterday, and she is so darn graceful. Those legs and how she points her toes, and she just did so good. So proud of her. We went out to a yummy dinner on Saturday night for Tim's birthday, celebrating my husband. We went out to the Chart House, and we had the best seats. I love it when they put you by the water, and just thoroughly loving life and appreciate being married to Tim and all the years, all the birthdays that we've celebrated together, and just thankful. So very thankful for that. Got to talk to a sister over the weekend, and we were just laughing, and, the belly kind of laughed. Thankful for a sister. Well, I have 2 sisters and a brother. The one that we talk all the time, and so I'm very thankful for that, and that we laugh about things. We're both grandparents, and so we just going to laugh about some of the silliest things and the joy of the Lord. And so very thankful for that. Thankful for my husband and all things that he does. And it's so cute. He'll say, oh, no, I don't need you. You just take care. And the next thing you know, the phones are ringing and I've got to go help him do something. And I just love it. I'm thankful that I can do that. Thankful for getting my SUV fixed. Shout out to my friend Brenda and Mark, who take care of my SUV. My alternator went out, but I think it's been going out for a while. It didn't just go out. I know my dad would always just tell me they just go out, but mine has had symptoms, but it was other things we thought. And it went out. Driving down Nova the other day, all these lights came on and I thought I should pull right over, but I was checking all my levels and my levels were okay. I was talking to Tim and Tim said, just get back to the station and then you could leave it at the station, whatever, or take it straight to the shop. But, don't worry, you'll be fine. Just don't turn it off. And so needless to say, I had to get back to WAPN because we were dealing with some stuff here. And I thought, well, if I'm stuck at WAPN, I can just get more work done. No big deal. It was fine. I was able to get it to the shop. Thank goodness for honest mechanics. Yes, honest, godly mechanics. They were able to figure out what it was. And 24 hours later, because it was at the end of the day, I'm fixed. Not even 24 hours later. I'm fixed and back on the road. And I tell you, it's like driving a brand new car. So it must have been having symptoms. And I just thought that's how the car drove because now it's driving perfect. Not that it wasn't good before, but now it's even better. So thankful. And like my husband said, he's so darn cute. He says, well, it was cheaper than a car payment. And he is totally right. He is totally right. In the grand scheme of things, I don't want a new vehicle. I don't want all the... And I'm an electronics kind of girl, which is funny, but I do not want a vehicle with all the computers and all that stuff in it. Because I know, like from being here, one thing can go out and you lose everything. So I'm very thankful for having my SUV back. I'm very thankful for living life. So thankful. It's the small little things in life that make a difference. Having a washer and dryer. I was talking to somebody the other day about laundry. The silliest things we were talking about, laundry. And if you asked me if I like to do laundry, I would say no. That is not my thing. But actually, it must be my thing because I like it when every piece of laundry is completely done and put away. And so like yesterday, I even did an extra load just because I didn't want to go into this week with that load. And I laughed at myself. I'm in there doing it. I said, oh, I am turning into my mama. My mother, if you did not know my mother was the most wonderful lady you'll ever meet. And I know she's my mama, so I can say that. But she was a God-fearing, Proverbs 31 woman, loved my dad unconditionally, and she just loved laundry. And that's something that me and her did together after my dad died. She would come over, and Tim would always make dinner on Friday. Well, Tim makes dinner a lot. And she would come over and have dinner, and we would fold all the laundry together. I'd have it all washed and all dried, and I have this big pile on my bed, and me and her would fold laundry together. We would laugh, and then we'd get dessert. And, every time I fold laundry, I think of those moments. Well, last week, I was folding some laundry, and I had my mom's perfume everywhere. Everywhere. I could smell my mom. And I just love that one, God. It used to concern me. I don't know what the word would be. Frighten me. I don't know what the word is, but it was weird. Now I love the moments that I get to smell my mom's perfume. And I think of, just my mom and those hugs and how she'd let everybody know they're special and just some wonderful, great memories. And it's funny, like I said, now I'm obsessed with laundry and making sure it's all done. Yeah. The things that drove you crazy that you become are hilarious. So what are you becoming, as we start this Monday? What are the things in your life that kind of drove you crazy or you thought that was dumb that we do all that or whatever it was, and now you do it and it makes you giggle? God's full circle. He is full circle. He's going to take any situation and turn it for the good on his timing. See, that's the thing, his timing. I wasn't ready maybe a year ago to laugh at laundry or whatever. I read a post this weekend about grieving. And, grieving, people have all this there's 7 layers of grieving. There's, after a year, blah, 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 blah. No, it is none of those things. You get to grieve the way you grieve, and you get to do it how you do it, when you do it, where you do it, and how long you do it. And I'm pretty far into it. I mean, I've lost a lot in my life, but now I can look and think about the wonderfulness of the people that I've lost and be okay with it. It doesn't make me cry. Now, sometimes I get teary-eyed, and it's not a crying teary-eyed. It's a wonderful teary-eyed that I remember. I mean, we were talking about Tim's mom, and Tim's mom loved to have her house clean. I mean, that woman had her house, that floor, you could eat off that kitchen floor. I tell you what, she had the cleanest house. She had that candy drawer. She always found something that you liked and made you feel special. And I love those qualities. And if I had 10% of those qualities, wow. So when you go through all that, you'll get to a point where you'll see those things that person brought into your life, or that person taught you, or that person showed you. And you'll see those that you'll do, and you'll reflect and on the goodness and the thankfulness and the journey and what God did. My sister and I were talking about, her husband has been gone for a while now, and every year on the anniversary date, her children come home wherever they're at, and they go to dinner together. That is so special. I mean, they're boys. So for boys to make sure to do that, I just think that is so special. And so those are just things that you look at and you go, wow, God had a setup and a plan. And I've been thinking about that a lot this weekend. Thankful for the journey I'm on. Thankful for Tim being so healthy and so stubborn and working so hard. Sometimes I'm almost mad that he works so hard, but then I'm praising the Lord because there was a time when he was sick and he couldn't do the things that he can do. And so now every time I see him just doing it, I praise the Lord for allowing him to be able to do those things. So whatever God is going to do this week, because I feel like he's going to do something special this week. And I know I say that every week, and every week he does something special, because I have my eyes open, my ears listen, and I'm looking to see what God is going to do this week. So as we go into this, what is this, the second or the third week of the month? I know these months are flying by. I'm going to be praising the Lord. I'm going to thank him for the time I get to spend with my grandchildren, the fact that I get this time with Tim, and that my children are all grown and have amazing careers and amazing families. And I have to be fit in, where before I was the responsible party, and now I get fit in. And that God makes a way for us to be fit in, and he makes a way for us to be able to. So let's praise the Lord for being able to whatever he's going to do this week. Let's get our favor on. Let's get it going. God is working out everything for your good, no matter what does or doesn't seem happening. Just keep on believing for the favor of God in your life. And that is perfect for today, because you can pray about it forever and don't see that it happening, but God is working in the background. Or you can say it out loud and instantly it happens. Whatever way it is, God's got it. And he's got a great plan. And I'm looking forward to lots of things in my life yet to be done and to come. I'm excited. It is Monday, July 13th, 2026. 91 today with a heat index of 113. I know, crazy. Watermelon, Ivy liquid. Yes. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Madison, 86 with a low of 74. If it's your birthday today, happy birthday. Carmen and Kimberly and Teresa and Tony and everybody else celebrating a birthday, anniversary, whatever you're celebrating. Happy. Now, I'm a foodie. And so every morning I seem to get food that I want, and then I think about it all morning. No, today is bean and Frank's. I like baked beans and I like hot dogs, but I do not like them together. So I'm good with today's food. I'm not even hungry right now. Remember, there's a big food drop Friday the 24th. So not this Friday, but a week from Friday. We need tons of volunteers. If you could volunteer 9 a.m. If you're in need of food, get on in line. It starts at 11. It goes pretty quickly. So get on in line. It's at Calvary Christian Center. Shout out to Daytona Dream Center and Second Harvest Food Bank for all they do. Well, y'all have a wonderful